What's up, everybody? So I know you're probably wondering, Dolphins gear, Dolphins in the title, what the heck's going on? Isn't this a Canes channel? Yes, you are on the right channel. This is Cafecito and Canes. But for a while now, I have been looking to expand into other things, more into South Florida sports, if you will. Because as I've told you guys before, I'm a huge South Florida sports fan. I grew up in Miami, born and raised, diehard Cane, Heat, Dolphins, Panthers, Marlins, you name it. Love all the home teams. Now, I had been focusing the last couple of years, which, by the way, I can't believe it's been, as of a couple of weeks ago, it's been 2 years since I started this channel. I dropped my first video. I want to say it was week 2 of the 2020 season going into that Louisville game on the road. And you know what? It's been a hell of a ride since. I've had the pleasure of interviewing coaches, former players, current players. I've met some pretty awesome people along the way and wouldn't trade it for anything. This has been an awesome ride, and I'm going to continue it. I'm going to keep dishing out Canes content. For me, of all the South Florida teams, Canes are number 1 in my heart, but I am also a massive Dolphins fan. And for once, the Dolphins start 3-0. So figured let me capitalize on this excitement and drop my first bit of Dolphins content. Tonight, the Dolphins play a Thursday night game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And all time, the Dolphins, well, not all time, but since 2012, the Dolphins haven't fared so well on Thursday nights. They have a record of, online it says 3-4, but they're counting one of those as one of those weird Saturday games that they call it Thursday night football. But it's really not. Just because it's on that channel doesn't mean it's Thursday night. Regular season Thursday night games, Miami is 2-4 in the last 10 years. So Miami looks to improve on that. As for injury reports and things like that, the Dolphins have Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, Brandon Jones, Taron Armstead. Pretty much every important guy you can imagine is on that questionable list. Now, that tells me they're just nicked up. Most of them are probably going to play. I know Tua and Waddle, they're expected to play for sure. So don't expect anything massive there. And also the Bengals have a pretty clean injury sheet, actually. Lyle Collins is the only big name on there that I see that's questionable. So Cincinnati Bengals coming in, pretty healthy squad. But I will say this. The Dolphins have fared pretty well against the Bengals on Thursday night. If you remember that big Thursday night game on Halloween night, 2013, I remember it well. It was the one where Cam Wake got that game-winning safety in the end zone on Andy Dalton to give us a win, and it was a huge win at the time. It was one that we needed to stay in playoff contention, so that was a big one. Great memories there. But then I think I remember Andy Dalton also shredding our secondary back in 2017. So there's also that. But I digress. My prediction tonight, I see the Dolphins for once on a short week, not having a letdown after a big win, after an emotional game. I think Mike McDaniel is going to have this team ready to go, especially the defense. I think they're going to be swarming. They're going to be making plays, and they're going to make it tough on Joe Burrow and that offense. It's going to be a low-scoring game, and I see the Dolphins winning this one 20-16. That's my prediction for this one. I can't come on here on my first Dolphins episode and predict the loss, guys. Come on. But honestly, I really believe. I think Miami's going to get off that schneid of, coming into a short week and just stinking it up. I think they're going to rally the troops and they're going to be ready to go. And if they can get this win, I know what you guys are thinking. Well, they don't get this one. They're still 3-1, not a big deal. Wrong. This is one of those games. I'm telling you, if they can capitalize on this momentum and get this win, they can really, it could really have this landslide effect, because you win this one, then you have a bye week, and then you have extra time to prepare for the Jets, our hated rival. And the Jets are not very good right now. Surprise, surprise. So if we can go in there with extra rest, I feel pretty confident that we can come out of that one 5-0 and so on. So I can't remember. I don't think there was a time in my life, maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't remember a time where the Dolphins started 5-0 in a season, at least not in my lifetime. I remember there were a couple of 4-1, 5-1 starts when we had those Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor teams, Marino towards the end of his career with Jimmy Johnson. We got off to some hot starts, and then we just drop off in December. That's kind of the Dolphins' MO historically. But I see the Dolphins taking this one. A key for me, I think, is they're going to be having their eye on Tyreek Hill a lot. They're going to draw a lot of attention to him, and I think that's all part of the plan. All the smack talk that Tyreek is dishing out to Eli Apple, I think they're trying to get in their head. He's trying to get in their heads, and he's going to try to draw that defensive attention his way. If he does that, and Waddle can go, if Waddle's healthy enough that he can get open and make some big third down catches, Gesicki can go out there and do his thing, and Tua can be kept clean by that offensive line, which they've done a good job so far of doing, I think we're going to be all right. They can't let it become one-dimensional, though. We have to be able to run the ball, too. It's got to be some kind of a balanced attack. And I think if we hit that end zone 3 times tonight, I think we're good. Because this, again, I think is going to be a very low-scoring game. So those are my thoughts on the game. Again, this is just going to be a short video kind of introing the new Dolphins content that I'm going to be putting out. Don't have a name yet for the show. It's coming soon. I'm working on something. But hope you guys enjoy it and hope this just draws more attention to the channel and continues to help me grow the brand, if you will. So please, if you're first time on my channel, you're seeing Cafecito and Canes, but you're seeing Dolphins content right now, yes, I am expanding to all South Florida sports. So if you're a Dolphins fan, maybe haven't seen my channel before and this found its way onto your feed, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you for the next episode. Go Fin.